Hello, Shamai, crush you and welcome to 2 Years, 1 Mic episode 8. I gotta start thinking about these numbers because they're getting higher and it's getting harder to keep track of. I am joined always by the lovely, wonderful Disney Jackster, my co-host, as everybody knows.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are we doing?
We are doing well. I'm currently looking at 8 as the number, and like you, I'm in disbelief. How the hell have we got this far?
Don't know. We've made it up as we've gone, and it's seeming to be just going and going and going. It's a lot, it's good. It's good.
Crazy.
It is. So, what have you been up to? How's the week been? I think it's been a week since we last spoke to each other face to face like this. So, what's been going on? Have you had anything exciting, interesting happening?
I mean, generally, in what I've been doing, not really. But, however, just same old. But I have ordered some lounge flies.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's very exciting. I may have seen a little sneak peek of it, and
Oh,
it's a pretty damn good one.
I genuinely think this is my favorite one ever. Like, you know, when you think Dream Loungefly,
Yeah,
this is perhaps it.
yeah, and you've completed the dream,
I have.
and it
Yeah.
is a stunner. I can't wait for you to show everybody.
I just need to. Well, to be fair, I've opened it. I just haven't recorded any
Yeah,
unboxing. I need to unbox my other one as well. It's a Loungefly I got for 20. Was it £22.50?
yeah. Oh, I forgot all that one. Yeah, again, it's a
Crazy.
very nice one. Very nice.
I've wanted this one as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
I've had my eye on this one, and it was on Funko Europe, and I think it was down from I might be wrong, but I believe it was 80, but it was down to 25 or
What a
20, 20
sale! What a
22.50.
find!
I know. Well, I have to give a shout out to Sarah. I need to get her full username up. She is the reason I found it. So hang on, let me read her full name out. Hang on a second. This is a problem when you have about 10 Instagram accounts. It's trying to log back into the right one. So
Yeah.
Sarah, the Main Street Adventurer. I have to give a shout out to Sarah. She also got one as well.
Wow, fair play. Gosh,
I
I need to be in the loop. I want cheap loud flight.
it was on the group chat.
It was in the group
It
chat. Yeah.
was. You just okay.
I just, you know, that group chat goes. I'm like, ooh, I've missed a lot.
To be fair, even I'm the one who created it. Yeah, I'm the one who's the exact same.
Yeah, I missed so much in there. But
So do I.
it's so nice to see that it's so busy and everybody's chatting and getting along and so excited for the summer meetup, which is in 49 days. 48, 40,
49.
40, 40. Yeah.
I think so. But
Maybe,
it'll be different by the time this comes out.
yeah, by the time this comes
Lower,
out, it'll
obviously.
be like 42 or 43 days.
Oh,
But time of recording is like 49 or 48. I can't do the maths.
well, I got it wrong. I did the announcement saying 50 days. It wasn't even 50 days. I think it was 51.
So it could be 49.
That's still be 50. What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Not a whole bunch. I've got some unboxing stuff of my own. I've got some. Oh, I bet you can't guess what it is.
Oh, pins.
It's pins.
Oh.
So
I was gonna
obviously,
say, you threw me for a second, but I thought, well, obviously it's going to be pins.
it's good. It's pins. It is pins. I
What type? What type?
the Pirates of the Caribbean pins.
Oh, wait, is it the ones you sent me? I think you sent me them.
Yeah, yeah. I think I did.
You know what my memory's like? It's
I know.
awful.
Same here, to be fair. Is bad. We're
Yeah,
getting old, Jack. That's what it is.
I know. Well, every time I message Steph, I she tells me something, and I'm like, oh, what's this about? And then literally, I'll message her again and go, oh wait, you told me this 2 weeks ago. Like,
Literally.
just forget about everything.
Um. Also, I am now officially a CADU member, which, for those who don't know, a CADU membership allows you access into all like the Welsh castles and things like that, which are Cadw owned. You also get 50% off like English heritage sites and Scottish heritage sites, which is really cool. So I've got lots of exciting like castle stuff hopefully coming up
I'm
very
excited for you
very
to go
soon.
film it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little video on what you get in the pack soon, hopefully. But yeah, it's cool. You get like a little map of the castle and castles. We have a lot in Wales. There's over 600 castles
I mean,
and like ruins and Roman burial sites and Norman moats and things like that. So there's a lot.
there is a lot. I mean, you can use the code Joe50 for 50% off all of
Oh,
your.
can you imagine? I'll just I'll just sell these, you know. Sell the
Tell them about
memberships.
the street. There you go. Every English person, there you go. Have this. And say, come join the Welsh.
I'll get in contact with Cadu, see if I can become an ambassador.
I think you already are. You already
Oh,
are in the Disney community.
oh yeah.
Proud Welsh fan.
Right, so yeah, I built this guitar stand as well. So now I have
I
a
mean, that
nice,
is.
I have a nice area, and I get to stand my camera up here, my little DJI, and it stands nice. It's good height. That's it. That's been my week. That's all I've done. That's the only like it's the only like good thing I've done this week. It's probably
That's not,
build that.
that's not bad. That's
It's,
not
it's, it's
bad.
not bad. It's been pretty busy.
Yeah.
All things considered. Oh, I went climbing. I went bouldering with like some of the guys from work. Like
Climbing.
like indoor climbing. Have you ever been?
Oh, no. No.
Mate, it is tough. It's so difficult. You gotta have so much like strength in your hands and
Have
your
you
grip.
not seen? It's just
But
like, I don't know
look
if
at
you can see
look at the size of the guns on it. Look at go
There's
get to the
absolutely,
gun show
there's
this way. You
absolutely,
know.
there's nothing. For those who are listening and not watching, there's absolutely nothing. It's
For
just big
those who are
guns.
listening and not watching, you need to be watching because Jack is putting on a show. Look at the triceps.
Oh yeah, can't you tell?
They pop it off the screen.
Oh, this isn't AI. This is real. Right. So before we get into this very exciting episode, which first of all I can't wait for, because again, like our episode last, this is also another guest I've been waiting to get on for a while now, and I'm so excited that they're joining us.
Yeah.
What is going on with Disney California? The news that's come out.
There's so much going on with Disney California. I think we should get the boring bit out the way first. New car park. Woo!
When I said this to you, literally just before we recorded, you're like, yeah, the boring bit. I've apparently heard this is one of the most exciting.
It's a car
Because
park.
it's like, yeah, I think like apparently it's needed.
I'd imagine so. Like Disney California, Disneyland and DCA. It's just getting more and more and more populated, I guess. It's a lot more people are going by the looks of it. And I think especially with like this Disney influencer boom that we're sort of having over the last 2 years, 3 years, that has just sprung out of nowhere. There's so many more people now making Disney content, and if you're making content, LA, California is the place to be. So I'm not surprised they're making this new expansion to the car park.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, to me, it's not really exciting. It's not magical.
No.
We got much more magical news about Disneyland,
Right.
which
What should we
is
start with? What should we start with?
I think we should start with the new Coco attraction.
Yeah, let's start with New Coco. I mean, we were just saying, Coco needs some more love.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite films. Do you know I cry at it every single time? I watched it on my flight out to Orlando last year, and I bawled my eyes out. I looked over to my brother, and he went, "Are you alright?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this trip.
Yeah, I'm so excited." Coco was singing "Remember Me" to his great grandmother. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's like.
I might rewatch it this weekend.
I might have to join you.
Not a
Just
bad idea.
it's not. I might just have to have a cry together. You know,
I love it.
I'll send you a video message. Say, Jack, I just can't handle it.
I was the same. I watched it, I think, last year for the first time.
Yeah,
It was before our Disney trip in December, and I think I went through like a phase of like just binging loads of Disney films.
yeah,
And Coco was one of them because it was one I, for some reason, never watched when it first came out.
yeah.
I was just like, this is amazing.
It's so good. It's so good, and the concept for the new ride looks like so good. I
Yeah,
mean, it looks a lot like Grand Fiesta Tour, which is in the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot. Um, but yeah, it's good. I think it's going to be that similar sort of water log flumy type without a drop ride,
yeah,
and like it's going to take you through all the scenes. And you know, when Coco goes into the underworld, it's going to be that really bright, um, luminescent sort of like massive, vibrant pops of color everywhere, and I'm so here for it. And the music in Coco is brilliant, anyways.
so good.
So yes, I think it's going to be a very, very good attraction, which yeah, I think is needed. I think we need more updated attractions for the newer films, which I think are amazing. Like we're getting in Walt Disney World, we're getting in Canto, you
There we
know,
go.
and that's going to be a lot of fun. So
Yeah,
it'll be good to see what happens with that when we get more news.
we'll take Disney news or take Disney updates whenever we can.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just like nom, 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 nom. Give me the news, Disney. Give me the news.
Every time it comes out, I'm just gonna go nom 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 nom.
Nom, 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 nom. Disney news. Nom, 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 nom.
Right, what is the biggest piece of news though? The
So
biggest piece.
the biggest piece of news, the juicy stuff, you know, the mid-rare steak, juicy. Cut the knife in, and
Thank you
it's just
for confirming
flowing.
mid-rare, by the way. Sorry to interject, but mid-rare.
Mid-rare is the only way you should have steak.
I mean, yeah, I'll go off topic, but yeah, if anyone listening mid-rare, it's the best way to have steak.
It is. If anybody has it well done, stop listening. I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't stop listening. But that's just not right.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
But the juicy bit, the big cut, mid-rare, juice flowing as you cut it open, the good stuff. It may not be good stuff because they're closing an area for it, but they're closing the Monsters Inc. area
Yeah,
in Disneyland. Big sad, but they are actually this is California Adventure, isn't it? But they are opening a Pandora area, which is totally different to what it is in Animal Kingdom. The concept art looks absolutely amazing. It looks like a totally different world, and it looks like it's going to be such a good themed area in in California.
it looks like beyond.
It does. Like I don't know if they're gonna do like the same sort of rides as what's in Magic Kingdom, not Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom. But yeah, it looks absolutely incredible. Like the landscaping for it. If you've seen the concept of like these massive, like round, pointy things.
Yeah.
If you're not watching and just listening, you should see me and Jack now. We were just kind of like going with our hands, shaping a circle.
You know the song where like, you used to learn in primary school where it's like he's got the whole world in his hands?
Yeah, exactly like that.
It's just-
Exactly like that, but also nothing at all.
I don't know where that come from. You know, you just like flashbacks to Church of England primary school.
But yeah, it's really exciting, and I think is a much like sort of needed area, for California, as like we have that in Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, and there's no. Did I say Magic Kingdom again? Or an idiot. Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney World, and nowhere else. So to have that on the opposite coast, is going to be, I think, really, really good, and it's going to be a totally different experience, a totally new looking immersive land. Sure.
Yeah, it looks like they've put a lot of thought into it. I mean, obviously, I've not been in California.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, I'd love to go,
Sadly.
but the Monsters Inc. stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks amazing. I love Monsters Inc. However, obviously, because there's the whole new area opening in Florida, I think it kind of makes up for it.
Yeah.
So I do think it's like I don't think it's like a bad decision. I mean, thing with me and Avatar is I'm not like a massive lover of Avatar at all. Like, I'm not, I don't go, yeah, Avatar, but that's because, to be honest, I need to give it more of a chance.
Yeah.
Only because I still need to play the game, and I've not been to Animal Kingdom since it's been built. So I know my feelings of it is all going to change anyway when I go, because it looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
However, as well, this land looks so good.
It does. And
the art is amazing, and that's just the concept art.
yeah, I mean, and you just know the Imagineers are going to knock it out the park.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so good. I'm not sure who's going to be the lead on it, but they're amazing. So whoever's going to be taking it over is going to do a fantastic job. Like, Galaxy's Edge is the most immersive land that Disney have built, in my opinion. So if they're able to replicate that sort of idea, but for the world of Avatar, it can't go wrong. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
Let's hope it's gonna be good. And then when it's finished, me and Jack are gonna do a group trip, right? We're gonna do a group trip to California. He doesn't know this yet. I'm telling him for the first time right now. We're gonna do a little group trip, and we're just gonna spend a day wandering Pandora.
Exactly.
You know?
Joe's playing.
I don't know. Actually,
Is this trip happening?
wait, hang on. Yeah, no, there's nothing coming out. Yeah,
if you
strange.
open my wallet, it just goes.
It's just dust.
Dust. But whoever is excited for Disney California, let us know. And if you have been before, let us know your thoughts. You'll probably have a better opinion on losing Monsters Inc., to be fair, than us. However, I feel like this is quite a good decision, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think so, especially with the new Monsters Inc. area being built in Walt Disney World, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. I think with that now, we're ready to get into our special guest for the week.
We are.
So let's get into him. We'll bring him in, and we'll see you in a little second.
And Joe, I think now it's time to bring on our very special guest, who I cannot wait to talk to.
It most
I know
definitely
you're the
is.
same. I'm
Most
so excited for
definitely
this. So please welcome Magic with Maya.
Happy to be on here. I'm so excited.
Oh, fantastic. How you been doing, Maya?
I'm doing great, thank you. I've been so looking forward to this.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear. So glad to hear. What have you been up to?
Well, I've just been getting ready to get myself on a Disney cruise.
It's fab. Amazing.
We are so excited.
Packing.
I bet you're just like, right, what do I need? I need everything. Like, what bags am I bringing? What outfits am I bringing?
Oh yeah, it's stress. It really, truly is the definition of stress in a magical way.
I love it. Right, Maya, for everyone who doesn't know who you are, please introduce yourself and your social media handles for everyone to find you.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Maya, and my social media is on Instagram, which is Magicwithmyax. And Instagram is my primary social media, really, that I use, and I use it for Disney, of course.
Amazing. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, it's fab. So obviously, you're a big Disney fan. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Just going by your background, just having a guess. You know, a little shot in the dark. But
just a small fan.
Just an itty bitty.
Not major anything.
No,
like
just a little tiny bit of a fan.
No obsessions.
But what was it that really sort of like started your love for Disney?
So, my nan my mum's mum. She is what started my love for Disney. She is literally the exact same as me. She's obsessed with Disney. She loves all of it. Everything I love, she loves. I get everything from her. But from being a little girl, she kind of showed me all of the films growing up, and I watched everything with her. I'd have little like sleepovers, movie snacks, all
Oh,
the
that's
rest.
so cute.
I had
Oh, wow.
every single Disney princess outfit, the shoes, everything. Any single character, you name it, I had it. So
That's-
it all from there.
That's so lush, and I love that is a connection with like a grandparent.
Oh, yeah.
That's really wonderful, really really
My
sweet.
kind of love for Disney came from my nan, and then it kind of just grew, and I loved it that much that now everybody loves it. It's literally my personality.
I think me and Jack both attest to that as well. Like Disney's
So
pretty
you're in
much
a
our personality.
safe space for that.
What's not to love?
Exactly. It makes you feel like a kid again. How can you not enjoy yourself thinking about and talking about and being around Disney?
The name Disney's mentioned, it brings a smile to my face.
Yeah, same.
So,
It's like
special.
it's like a spidey sensor goes off. I can hear it from like 4 miles away. I'm like, oh, somebody's
I have
talking.
instant Mickey ears pop out.
God, I nearly closed my wall.
It's amazing.
Love it. Right. So, Maya, we have got so much to delve into. I mean, from Disney princesses to Disney cruise to actually, you know what? Let's start right with the most amazing moment from December at DLP, your engagement. Come on, you've got to tell us everything. Like, go on, start to finish. What happened that day?
So it's honestly, there's so many funny stories about the whole experience. Now looking back, it's really funny. So basically, we've been ring shopping prior to even booking Disney and Disneyland Paris. We booked Disneyland Paris quite last minute last year, literally a few months before, because I was going on the cruise the following year, which we were aware of. Hadn't got me dates at that point, but we were aware, it was coming. So we were like, let's go on a last minute trip. Let's do a Christmas trip together, like before I go away. So I had an inkling that he may do it and use that as a way to do it, because I have said before, I would love to be proposed to at Disney, but no matter where I'm proposed to, I'd be happy. But that was something that I was like, I really love it. So I'm very an observant person, and I like to ask a lot of questions. Probably shouldn't have, but I do. So I was asking a few questions I probably shouldn't have, that leaded to me believing even more that it was going to be there. And we go, and as we're going through the airport and security and everything, his suitcase gets pulled by them.
Oh, you're joking.
I had no idea at this point that he obviously had the ring in a suitcase, and he was stressing, but in a level that I've never seen him stress before at going through security. I was like, you're not a criminal, why are you so stressed out? They're not gonna find anything. I was like, you've not got anything to be worried about, chill out. And he was obviously stressing because they were opening the suitcase with the ring in. And I didn't have any idea. So then fast forward to being in Disneyland Paris, we had our first day there, but it was also our travel day. So that was just the chill type of getting our feet on the ground in Disney. Then the following day was our first full day. I had a full outfit planned. It was like a first real day at Disney. And we planned to get up really early to get there for the gates opening and be like, I kid you not, we were the first people in the park. We got up that early. So we were there straight away, walked through, and he told me, let's go get some early castle photos, with no one around, no people, no crowds. And I was like all for it, because I was like, Instagram content.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's go. But he's not a photo person. Like, Tom is very shy. He's not like me. I'm an extrovert. He's an introvert.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like, but I was also in the mindset of castle photos. So I was like, let's go. So we get there, and he bought a little tripod and everything. And that is so out of character for Tom as well, to buy a tripod and set things up. So in my head, I was like, could be, but at the same time I was trying not to think too deep into it in case I was wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like completely embarrassed. So we go up into have you both been to Disneyland Paris? I know you have. Yeah, so do you know where the castle is, where you walk through the castle, but the part next to it, next to the entrance where you can go see the dragon?
Yeah.
So there's like a little circle area here, right back, and it's the most gorgeous background of the castle. So we went there because it was completely empty, and he set up his little tripods with the phone here. And I like turn around and look up at the castle because I was just like, oh my God, it's empty. And then he taps me on the shoulder and I turn around, he was on one knee.
Oh, that's so lush.
Yeah, it was really cute, to be honest.
Oh, bless.
It was lovely. It was honestly, it felt like we had the park to ourselves. It was like we booked it out just for us. And it just felt so special and dead private. And I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I know some people like to have, you know, the crowds around and like the clapping and all the videos. It looks lovely when people do it that way. But I'm so happy we had it the way we did because it was so special.
Wow.
I think that's even more perfect.
Yeah.
Like just having it to yourself. Like that's
just having it as your moment.
Yeah,
you know,
it was like
it was so nice. Love
it. We went around the whole park that whole day meeting characters, and I was like, look, I got so many good interactions with all the characters. We met Santa Goofy, we met Jack Skellington, we met Mickey. There was so many people, and we had so many good interactions. It was lovely.
Oh, so happy for you.
I love that. That's so amazing. And it sounds like it couldn't have gone any more perfect.
No, certainly not for the biggest Disney fan ever like me. Like, certainly couldn't have.
Do you guys have any plans to go back to DLP, like together, like now post engagement?
Not right now, because obviously I've got the cruise coming, and we are going to America again next year for a Disney holiday and Universal too. So we've got to pay for all that first.
Yeah.
But maybe a honeymoon.
maybe. What dates are you out in Walt Disney World next year?
August, so we'll be going. We haven't booked Disney on yet. We've just booked Universal because with being a future cast member, I will get privileges. So I'm waiting to use the privileges for the Disney part.
Too right. Sounds amazing. I know I'm going end of August, beginning of September. So
next year.
Yeah, next year. So if you're out there that time, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Right, we've got to now dive into the big news. Come on, tell us all about Disney Cruise, your new career that's coming up. Explain for everyone.
Okay, so it's actually a really long story, so I'll try and make it as short as I possibly can.
It is absolutely fine.
Be as long as you want. You know,
we're not here for it.
Doesn't bother me one bit.
So, going back to 2023. That was when I actually done my audition process. That was when I got the offer and everything like that. So I'll go through that first, and so I'll get to where I'm at now. So my granddad actually sent me a link to a Liverpool newspaper that had an article in about Disney Cruise Line hiring for people, looking for people in Liverpool and hiring and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I've studied musical theatre growing up and I went to university for a year and I'd done it, got a diploma, I've got all these things in it. So I want to be on stage. I want to be a performer. So, and obviously to be able to work for Disney is an absolute dream. So he sent me that and I was like, oh, I'll have a look into it. And then I ended up looking onto the website where they upload all of the job offers for the cruise and things like that. And I saw my job that I've took, which is an entertainment host. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting that you get to perform with characters as well as like being yourself as well. So it'll be my own face while working with Mickey Mouse. So I was like, that's right up my street. So I applied for it. And when I actually got the email through to give me an offer to do an audition, I completely forgot about it because I can't even tell you how long it had been from me applying to when I got the audition offer, because I forgot about it. So I'm assuming it must have been a month or something, because I'd forgot I'd even done it. And I didn't think I'd hear anything back anyway. So, you know, when you do something, you're like, oh, it'll be nothing. And so I'd done it with hope, but didn't think anything would come of it. And then got the email and I was at a friend's house. I freaked out so much. I called everyone. I was like, I'm gonna audition for Disney. So I had the audition offer, and it was through Zoom. It was actually quite like this, to be honest. And the first round was with an agency called Excellent Recruitment, which is Disney's like primary agency that you have to go through for the cruise. And I did that. They sent me 3 scripts of shows that they actually do on the cruise, and I had to pick one to perform. So they were all really random, to be honest. And I picked one that was the soldiers from Toy Story.
Nice.
And I had to do that. And then they were critiquing and like say, oh, you were being a bit, she said to me, I was being a bit too princessy. So I had to change.
You had to tune it down.
Like, aye. So I had to do that, and she was impressed that I obviously took the criticism on board and changed my approach to it. And then it was just questions about me, my background, my experiences in life, and etc. And she then said, I really like you. I'm going to put you through to the next round. So the second round of auditions was actually with Disney. So I was already stressed to begin with, but then it was a big damn now. So I was like, whoa. So for that one, I was actually on holiday in Portugal. And I had to go back home to the apartment after being like by the beach in the pool, have a quick shower, completely dressed, makeup. And I had for this round, it was just like questions between me and Disney, and then like put me on the spot questions, like what would you do in this scenario, and like, you know, that type of interview. So I had about 15 books of research I'd done all in front of me on the table that they thankfully couldn't see. And I done a lot of my own research for this one because that's all you could do. They didn't really send me anything for this. It was for the first one, it was kind of like a rundown, and, you know, I knew like what yous have done for this lovely podcast. It was a rundown to what to expect.
Yeah.
So with the second one, it was a complete like, you're jumping in with the sharks right now. You don't know what to expect. Just you'll find out when you do it. So I done a lot of my own research on YouTube and all the rest of it, and found out some questions that I should probably ask that might make them go, "Ooh, you know, she's interested," and anything you would do for a normal job interview to make yourself stand out. So I spoke about my princess business. I spoke about I'd worked at Gulliver's World before as well, so I spoke about that. I spoke about my school, my qualifications, etc. You know, I've done charity work for children who suffer with cancer with me princess business. I spoke about that, and they were just asking me so many questions about it and really interested. And one of the questions that she asked me was, what would you do in a situation if you were on the main stage with the, you know, the whole audience of the Disney cruise watching and no one was interested? What would you do to get their attention? And so I said I'd do the wave. Everyone doing the waves in the audience. It was fitting as well. You're on a cruise, and they really like that. So that's all that one was. And she said she likes me and put me through to the final first round. This was the most scariest round, the final round, because I had only 1 week to. It was so much stuff. I had to prepare 3 scripts that they sent me. I had to memorize them and perform them, all different, like completely different shows. And I had to choose myself if I wanted to do, you know, my own accent or a different accent, like just put my own spin on it. So these were all shows from the actual cruise ship as well that they do. So it was like, there's one on there, I'm not sure if you're aware of it. There was one, do you know, oh my God, what's it called? Match or Mate or something like that it's called. And it's all different game shows anyway that you do. And I had to do 3 of them. And then I had to write my own monologue about myself, which was like, you know, about times in my life that I found was successful or like special moments in my life. So, and I had to have props with it as well. So I had to write that, memorize it, perform all that. Then on top of that, I had to sing 3 bars, I think it was, of a song, which was like 3 words. So I sang The Little Mermaid, where she sings literally just the bit where she says, "Ready to stand." That was all I sang. And then I had to do a dance as well. They sent me a video of this girl doing a dance. I had to copy it and perform it with the song on. And then on top of all of that, she then put me on the spot, which I wasn't aware she was going to do. And she said, pick a nursery rhyme and sing it like a pirate. So I sang "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star" like a find it. And I'm going, twinkle, twinkle, little star.
I was so hoping you was gonna do it because that's all I can imagine.
She went
to me, if you want some time to prepare and have a think, I went, no, I'll just go for it. Twinkle, twinkle. So I done that, and then they asked me some questions here and there, and then that was the end of it. And it was literally just like, thank you for your time, I'll let you know. And I was like,
Oh gosh, that's so
It's
harsh.
Margaret back in front of off.
so much for this opportunity. So it was basically, if you heard back the next day, then it was very likely you've got it, and then if it was any longer, it's probably not likely. I've heard some stories where people have still got it, so I don't know, because that wasn't my experience, but from what they said and insinuated that it wouldn't be as successful if it was a later period that you'd hear back. So the following day I had a hair appointment because I had hair extensions in at the time, and I was getting them taken out because I didn't want them in anymore, and my appointment was at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm driving, I'm checking the time, like, I wonder if that's an email, and it was the only thing I could think about. I don't even know if I slept. And I get to my hairdresser's appointment, and I'm sat there, and my hairdresser, she wasn't ready yet, so I was sat there, and I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, should I check? Because if I check and it's bad, I'll probably cry, and that'll be embarrassing. But then if I get it, I'll probably still cry, and it'll still be so I was like, just open it and see. So I got my email, because I've got no patience. There was no way I was waiting. And I see Disney Cruise Line, and I was like, about to have a heart attack. And I opened it, and it was like, congratulations. I was like, oh my God. And I said, my hairdresser was called Steph, and the whole salon was full of people, and I'm like, Steph, I got it. And I'm crying my eyes out in front of all these people who I don't know.
Oh, that's so wonderful, though. I love that. That's such a that's a proper genuine reaction, and as it should be. That's so brilliant.
It's like that taking me an extension out, and I'm ringing my mum. Mum,
just FaceTiming everyone I know, just to let you know I've got the job.
Just like explaining it to everyone. She's crying because she's going to wait for Disney. She's explaining it to me, but I'm like, oh my God. So I rang everyone, and I got it, and then from that time I had to then the amount of emails you get from that, because it's kind of like, when you go to university or you apply for university, and it's either a conditional or unconditional, it depends on certain things. If you've got it, it's not like a set offer. So that's kind of like what Disney were like with this. So it's an offer. You've passed your audition process, but it's not a confirmed offer until you've done your medical, your visa, your DBS check. You've got to do all these things and pass them all successfully, no problems, to then get your contract. And once you've got your contract signed, that's then 100% you're going, which that's where I'm at 2 years later. But the reason that it got put on hold for me was because the July was when I got the job offer. The month later, I then sadly had a prolapse, which I then had to get surgery for. And that was it was a really, really tough experience. I really went through it. It went from like the most magical, amazing point of my life to the worst in a matter of weeks. Yeah. It was a lot. So, and if you don't mind me talking about it, I'd like to.
Go for it.
It raises awareness, because I had no idea that it could even happen to you at all. So my prolapse was of an intestine. It's a TMI for anyone watching. Skip ahead if you don't want to know. But it's like your large. I can't think of the right word. It's like it's disgusting what I'm about to say, so skip ahead if you're going to.
No,
it's where your poo goes, basically. It's where like your body, does what it needs to do with food, and then you go to the toilet. So the last part of your intestine, that's the prolapse that I had of that. And it basically, I had a full thickness prolapse, and I won't go into detail. If you want to Google it. It's not nice. So, that happened to me. Like, it wasn't even a process of like signs. It just instantly happened to me. I went to A&E, and then it was like a whole experience of my life completely switching upside down. And it basically can be caused from constipation, you know, bathroom problems, anything like that. There's a lot of things that can be caused by, but it doesn't really, it's very rare that it happens to people my age. I'm only 24, and at that time I was 22. So it's very rare. It normally happens to people in their elderly age because they can't, it's their bodies, you know, just shutting down in a way. So it's their organs not being able to help as much as you can when you're obviously younger. So it's very common for people who are elderly for it to happen to, and very rare for people my age for it to happen to. So when I went in for my tests with it and stuff to see if I needed surgery, what type of surgery, etc., it was really like a lot of the surgeons and the people I met were really shocked that I'd even had it. We still don't know to this day what caused it. I've still not had an answer as to what caused it or anything. But it raises awareness to talk about it, because I had no idea that it could even happen. I did not know it was possible that like a certain part of your body could come out of your body. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very strange. So from that point, I then had to wait for surgery and for a surgeon to finally put me in through the NHS to get me surgery. And it was major life-threatening surgery that I had to have. It was a process. It really was. And I didn't get me surgery until 9 months later. So I had to deal with that condition for that whole time. I still am dealing with it now. My life is completely different, which I'll get to after I'll explain the surgery. But beforehand, it was like, the only way I can describe it is hell. That's the only way I can describe it. It was really, really hard and a big struggle. But I got there, went through it, finally got to my surgery stage, which was April last year. Yeah, April last year. And I had to, it was like through my belly. So I had keyhole surgery. So I've got little tiny cuts on my belly. You can't really see them anymore, but through at the beginning, you really could. And I had robotic surgery. Now, this is the cool part about my experience.
Wait,
this is really cool. Yeah, this is something that I will tell everyone, because it's actually
It's the most traumatic experience ever. But
I
the
know, I feel like
robots, so
Yeah.
cool.
I had
Just gone from like
robots.
nearly tearing up tonight, like now, like robotic.
Oh, at least I can laugh about it, you know. But yeah, so basically I had robotic surgery, which is like it's one of the most rare things you can get, and you need to have a very, very special surgeon who specializes in it, because there's only a certain amount that specializes in the UK, and especially in Liverpool where I'm from. So I'm guessing that's why it took that long to get me it. I don't know, but my surgeon, she would use like a laptop and buttons to control the robot cutting me and going through me to then stitch inside of me and do what it needs to. Yeah, so I had mesh stitched inside of me to obviously lift up the prolapse of me intestine to back where it's meant to go, and all that was done by robot fingers.
Oh my god.
And the robot
so
fingers
cool.
are skinnier than my fingers. Like, look how thin, like even my little fingers, they're smaller than that. And insane. But also, how cool that I can say I've had robotic surgery.
Yeah, that's like Terminator stuff, you know. Matrix
Yeah.
stuff.
So I got, it was the most crazy experience as well, getting put to sleep. And I have so many funny stories that my family told me that I was acting like when I woke up. I got put to sleep with like, it's so, have you ever had surgery or ever been put to sleep?
I've had like general anesthetic, yeah.
I had never had it before.
Yeah.
And I was so scared. And I was in a room, like the tiniest little cubby-hole room, lying on a metal bed with one pillow on, you know, no blankets or anything, you know, just whack you on there. And so many people around me. I had like a gas mask. It wasn't like an oxygen mask, it was like a full-on gas mask.
Oh my god.
And then they were like putting needles in me everywhere, and I was getting all these things. And the last thing I remember is before I got put to sleep was the nurse said, or the doctor, whatever, she said to me, so I'm just gonna start putting this in now. Let me know if you're going dizzy. And I remember looking up at the ceiling. Everyone was like spinning. I was on the waltzes. And I'm going, yeah, and I'm going dizzy. And that's all I remember.
Yeah.
I must have been out instantly.
Did you have a needle that went into your hand?
Yeah.
Did you feel the cold, like when I had general anesthetic, I could feel like this cold rush go up through my arm.
I didn't feel it when it went in. I felt it after I woke up from my surgery, and when they would flush it out. Oh, I can't even explain how disgusting that is. I think that's the worst experience I had from my surgery.
Oh my
You
god.
put to sleep.
Yeah, But I woke up, and when I woke up, I got told prior, my surgeon would come in and spoke to me and my mum, and while we waited before I got sent out to get put to sleep, she was like, that was the first day I met her as well, insane. And she was like, it should only take about 2 or 3 hours. It won't be a too long surgery. You know, it's keyhole surgery, robotic, so it's normally quite quick. The only reason it will be longer is if something's going wrong, technically. And obviously, they can't lie to you. They have to tell you the truth. So I was like, oh my God, so I won't even know if anything's going wrong. Hair's sticking up behind me. Yeah. And so I had obviously no idea because I was asleep. I was asleep for 6 hours. My surgery was 6 hours long. And they will not tell you what's going on because they're obviously performing the surgery. So my mum was in the hospital ringing everyone, like anyone, asking every nurse she saw, like, is my daughter okay? Like, what's going on with my daughter? She had to wait until I was done for the surgeon to ring her up and be like, right, she's done, it was successful, she's gonna get put into the recovery room, she'll start waking up soon. And so I can't even imagine the mess that my mum must have been in and how frightened she was. And when I woke up, the reason that she said it was 6 hours was because I'm really thin and I'm really small. I'm only like 4'11". I'm really tiny. So they said that, my surgeon said they were really struggling to like get through and perform the surgery because I'm so thin, which is insane because the robots were meant to be tiny, so they couldn't even get through me. But yeah, so had that, and then I went through into, I was really sick, like really sick. I don't know if it was the anesthetic or whatever it's called that made me sick, or if it was the morphine, because you have, when you wake up, I had like a morphine button, so because I woke up I was in so much pain, obviously, and I kept clicking the morphine and going, and then waking up and going, I feel sick, morphine, I feel sick. And that was me over and over and over again.
Just loads
and then
of
I was
morphine.
like, every time I woke up I'd spew, and then I'd go, morphine. Morphine. And the day I was going, I want me mum. Where's me mum? The first thing I said when I opened my eyes was, did I have the robots? Because before I went to sleep, the nurses said that it may be a possibility that they have to do C-section cuts and not robots. If they can't do it, is that okay? So that must have been on my subconscious mind while I was asleep. And as soon as I opened my eyes, I was like, did I have the robots? And they were like, yeah, all good, you had the robots. And the nurse didn't know why I kept being sick either. She was like, we can't let you leave the recovery room because that's where they had all, like, you know, the good medicines and stuff. Once you leave there and go to a ward, for some reason they don't have it as quickly as they can in the recovery room. So they wouldn't take me out of there because I kept being sick. And until I'd stopped being sick, they were like, you're not leaving here. And my mum was going crazy. I didn't leave there until I had my surgery at 12 in the day, and didn't get out of there until 10:30, 11 at night of the recovery room. Yeah, wow. Crazy. So that's how long I was like going sick and doing morphine sleep. And so in the end, I was like, they told me stop taking the morphine and stuff, we're going to take you to a ward. And my mum was saying to them, I know how to look after her, get her here. She's sick, I look after her when she's sick. As if she can do better than nurses in a hospital.
I feel like that's such a mam thing though, isn't it? You know.
When they listened to her, she got her own way. They listened to her. They're wheeling me out with my suitcase and everything. I had 2 Disney teddies with me.
Nice.
And I remember they were wheeling me out and saw my mum outside the door, and I was like, you know, I was so smiley. I just remember being so happy and smiley, and like, because I must have been so high. And they wheeled me into this room, and my mum said to me, my mum goes to me, you've been out for ages, why didn't you ring me? I was like, ring you? I don't even know where I am. I'm going to ring you. So I'll go into the ward, and she tells me that Tom had just left. Tom had been waiting as well, obviously, and he just left because the car park he was in had only had a certain amount of time till he obviously had to leave because it was dead late at night. It was like 10:30. So she had to ring him and tell him to come back up to see me. And he was in there for 10 minutes before then he had to leave. And they luckily let me mum sleep over as well, which we didn't think they were going to do. But I was so ill, like projectile vomiting ill, that they were like, they let me mum stay to help me out and look after me and stuff. And the nurses were honestly, they were so lovely. And I wish I could give them all like a big gold star that is worth like millions of pounds. They were so lovely. They looked after me so much. And the first night, that obviously I was really high, and so on the drugs they had me on, and I was like, my experience and my memory of it is completely different to everybody else's. So Tom came in to see me, and I remember saying to him, "Hi, you okay?" He said I was like, "Hi, yeah."
So morphine running through your system.
Yeah. I remember waking up and the nurses coming in and, you know, I had a drip, so they were like putting me paracetamol and changing, flushing it. And I was like, "Hi, you okay? Oh my god, I'm so happy," and all that to the nurses. And then the 2 days after I was in there for it, then obviously it was flushed out to me, and I was starting to come back to normal, and I was like really not well. But it all went well. It was a success, all the surgery and everything, and I had a recovery process from that point for 6 to 8 weeks after that. And then I had my recap with Disney Cruise Line. I had in the July, which is weird again. So I had July the previous year was when I got it. Then following on a year later in July was when I had my recap Zoom call with them. And they basically was like, I was so stressed out because I was like, are they going to let me keep it? Am I going to have to re-audition? Like, I was so stressed. And they basically just said to me, it was both Disney and the agency on with me. And they were just like, "We really like you. We love what you can do. We don't want you to re-audition. We're really happy to keep you on if you're happy to wait. And we love you. You know, we want to keep you." So I was like,
Oh, good.
That's so. I bet that was the best news you could hear after going through all of that. You know,
I was like,
awful
"What's
stuff.
life now? I'm happy. I've still
Yeah.
got my job." So they just said to me, "You'll probably be on like a 6-month waiting list now. It'll most likely be the January the following year, so which is January this year, they meant. And they let you know, save your money, do what you want, like, you know, recover more and go on holidays, like do what you want to do it, because you're not going to get it at the end of this year. They're like, it's not going to come now because of the waiting process, and they've got, you know, other people that are waiting now as well that have just auditions that are ready to go, and you know, it's just the process." So I was like, yeah, that's completely fine as long as I've still got my job offer. That's great. I don't mind. So comes to the October, I get an email from them saying, "Hi, do you want to go on the Disney Wish in like 3 weeks?" I was like,
Yes, I do.
well, I had to say no
Oh
because,
no.
Oh, wow.
because I already had Disneyland Paris booked
Yeah.
to get engaged to, which obviously didn't know at that point, but thank God.
Yeah.
So that, and then I also had a holiday booked for Christmas because I went away to Gran Canaria, Puerto Rico, with my
nice.
family for Christmas too. So I was like, would have loved to, but I can't because, you know, you told me to book holidays and that's what I've done. So they were fine with it, and they were like, "Oh, it's no problem. We'll just keep you on the list basically until the next thing comes up." So I had to redo, because obviously the year before I had my prolapse and everything that happened, I obviously went through it with my visa. I had to go to London and get my visa. I had to go to London to get a medical, because you have to go through a special medical people that is in lines with Disney, so that they know what they're doing and what Disney wants and stuff. Just makes it easier. But now there's obviously one in Manchester, so I was so thankful because I had to redo it all again. So I had to go to Manchester, get a whole new medical done, get a whole new visa, all my DBS check. So that process now from January this year till now is basically just what I've been doing. And then once I got all that box off, it was literally just a waiting game of when will I get me dates and when will I be going, what shape, and you have absolutely no idea until they send you an email to say, right, we've got your dates, what do you think of this? So I was downstairs on the couch with Tom and we were watching telly, and I don't know why, I check my emails all the time anyway, but I never check them at night time. But I was just like, I think I should just check my emails. So I was like, I just check. And I had a feeling, and it's really weird because I sent my best friend Ellie, I sent her a text message, and I was like, I had a dream last night that Sarah from the Disney agency is gonna email me and give me my dates, and it's so weird because it felt really real. And I'd screenshotted the message, and the same day I had the email from Sarah with my dates.
That is wild.
Manifested it.
That's proper, like, yeah, that's proper manifestation.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I had obviously got the Disney Wish for July. I go July 14th. Wow!
So exciting.
I'll be gone for 3 months.
Wow. That's amazing. Is it like what are you looking forward to, like, the most going on to, like, that Disney sort of cruise and that cast member life?
Honestly, and I think anyone would surely say this, but just the first thing is to have that name tag right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my name on. And go through like traditions and be with me, have Mickey Mouse as my boss. Like, I think just to be able to have that first moment and be like, oh my god, I'm a Disney clean cast member. Like, that's the bit I'm so excited for. But of course, then getting onto the performing with like as me, because what my job is, I won't be friends with characters. I will just be myself, but performing with characters, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'll be a host and hosting each show, and they will be with me, type of thing. I'm also going to be doing like bingo. I'm going to be doing, kids shows. It's going to be a big variety of all different things I'll be doing, which I'm so excited for, to see all the different things. But the main one that I'm just like so excited for is to be able to, when I get to do a show with the characters, like being me, I mean, like Mickey Mouse. Minnie Mouse.
It's going to be so exciting. I'm so excited for you as well, and that's going to come so soon. It's
I've literally 5 weeks on Monday.
Yeah, that's going to fly by. That 5 weeks are going to feel like it's nothing.
These past 2 years have flown by.
Yeah.
It's been it's a long time coming, just for not even the fact of it's my dream long time coming, but just for the fact of what I've went through these past 2 years when I first got the offer, and it kind of felt like it was taken away from me in a way. And then to be able to still have it, and now I'm at the point where I can actually go and I can actually experience it and live my dream. It's insane.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I'm so glad that Disney and obviously the agency, at the end of all of that horrible experience you've gone through, apart from the morphine sounded great.
It goes like, where can I get stuff?
But I'm so glad that they were like, we still want you. We don't need you to re-audition. You're great.
Yeah, it was special, magical, like Disney would say, magical.
Very magical.
Dream come true.
Oh, perfect. So what is it you're going to do about your business then? Because obviously I know that's what you've been working on, I believe, the last few years. So you work, don't you, as for like parties and stuff, as like mainly Disney princesses, but I know you've done Barbie as well before. So first of all, tell us everything about that, and what is it you're going to do now? Because obviously you're going to be working on the Disney Cruise Line.
Okay, so my princess business is called Wish Upon a Star Hire, and I got the name from Pinocchio with "When you wish upon a star." So I was like that, and it makes sense anyway because growing up, Cinderella, as you know, Jack, I really love Cinderella, and I love all the princesses, I love all the characters, I love all the the quotes Disney give. I live by many of them, but Cinderella was always one that growing up was my mum's favorite, my nan's favorite, mine. Her message of believing in your dreams and dreams that you wish will come true, things like that was just something that I was like, I always connect with that. And obviously before that, when I first started my business and created it, that was before I even got Disney Cruise Line. It was way before, so I'd still had that dream. I still had dreams of that I wanted to do. So with Cinderella, I have that connection with her because of wanting to believe in your dreams. And so I was like, I'd been to university for a year and studied musical theatre in London, and I just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't for me. Just didn't like it. Don't know if it was that specific university. Don't know if the classes wasn't great. I've got a lot of opinions about it, but it just worked for me. And I was just like, I want to go home. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. I don't want to be here. So I decided to leave and come home. And I was with Tom at that point for about, I think I've been with Tom for about a year at that point. And I was just like, I need a job. You obviously, whether you finish uni, whether you don't, whatever you do in life, you need money. You got to get a job. So I was like, I need a job, but I'm the type of person that, because I'm a performer, I cannot do like normal jobs that normal people do.
Yeah, like a 9 to 5 behind the desk. It's not for you.
Yeah. And and props to people like my mum's one of them who can just pick up a job because you need to pay your bills. So people will pick up any job they want to, whether they enjoy it, whether they don't. That's life. You have to have a job. So I admire people that can do that, but I just don't have patience. I physically cannot. Like I go to therapy and I talk to my therapist about it, and I'm like, why can I not do this? But I just can't. I just love performing too much. So I got home and I was like, right, I need a job to make money, but I also am not going to do a normal job. I can't. So what can I do? I was like, it's too hard, to get on the theatre like that. It doesn't work that way in this industry. And I need to think of something that I can come up with right now. So I was like, I love performing. I love Disney. And it was just like, well, let's do that. And at that point, I actually didn't even know that it was a thing. I didn't know people done that. I thought I'd come up with it all on my own, and I was like, oh my god. And then cut to me obviously doing it for others. I was made aware of other companies that do it, other businesses, other girls that do it, and it was, you know, really cool. It was a really fun experience. And me pictures from when I first started compared to obviously as I carried on and done the research kind of to get it to where I wanted it to be, which is where it is now with my costumes and stuff. It's embarrassing. We won't even we'll just put that and put it over there and never look at them ever again. But I don't start from somewhere, you know, and
Yeah.
I think it's fun to look back at my photos from the beginning compared to where I'm at now at my business, because it's so different. I look like fancy dress costume party to working with Disney type difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have every princess, apart from obviously princesses, I can't portray because of, you know, my race and things like that. I'm white, so I can't play like Tiana and things like that. So, but mostly all the characters I have of other princesses. And then I have Barbie. I have Toy Story Barbie, and I have Cowgirl Barbie from the live action Barbie. I have Wednesday Addams. I have Sarah Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. I have Alice, Tinkerbell. What else do I have? I have so many people. It's actually hard to keep track. I have Mirabelle too, actually, because I mean, when I say princesses, I mean like all the others as well. Even though they're not princesses, I'm like, they're princess. Yeah. But yeah, I honestly, I have so many characters. Some of my costumes are here, like literally there next to me, and then I have some in my nan and granddad's house, because obviously I was living with them before I met Tom, and we got our house together and moved in together. So I had literally a rail right across the wall with all my dresses and all my costumes on in bags and everything, and then wigs and like, you know, on wig heads in boxes all on the other side, and they definitely hate me for it. I'm not even gonna lie. I've took control of the whole spare room for my business. So I came up with the name from Pinocchio, like I said, with the song, and then I kind of, to begin with, I obviously didn't have a logo and everything. I just I was still learning, I was 19, I think I was when I started it, and I'm now 24. So I was obviously really young still. Yeah. I still am young, but I mean, I'm a bit more mature mindset wise when it comes to the business, because I've got more experience, whereas then I was just beginning. So I didn't even know, you know, about certain things I should have done, like about having a logo, about having a motto for my business and all these things. And so as I carried on a few months like into it, because I've even been a year into it, I then decided to invest into getting a logo made and a whole business look and narrative of things that was, if someone was to take it, I could copyright them. So it was legally mine.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, drawn up, it was completely mine. And so that was me. I wanted the Disneyland Paris castle, because at that point when I first made it, I hadn't been to America yet and seen that castle. And even though I still have been there now and I love that castle, obsessed, Disneyland Paris, I don't know what it is, I just love that castle. I'm obsessed with that castle.
I think we've said in a couple of episodes that DLP's castle is so pretty.
It's number one.
Yeah.
Like the Cinderella Castle in America, in Orlando's one, that one's absolutely gorgeous. Like I saw that and cried my absolute eyes out. Like it's stunning. But I don't know what it is. I feel like I love the way they have, because obviously it's Sleeping Beauty's castle in Disneyland Paris. I feel like, you know, the way they have the trees and, you know, the way they're
that's what gets me up.
So I wanted that really as my logo, and obviously it can't have that because that's illegal. It's copyright, so can't have that. But I wanted something that was mine, that was similar to that, because it was my favorite, and I wanted Cinderella involved in as well with her motto, because that's what I live by. So that's what I done. I had them outline my own design of Cinderella, my own design of the castle, and I wanted the I wanted that over it as well. So that's what I done with my own design, and that was Wish Upon a Star. So I've been doing that for that long, and now it's kind of just going to get closed now, sadly, because obviously it's just me doing it. And Tom's younger sister, Hermione, she used to work under me as well. She's done a lot of work for me with it too. And so I would do it in a sense of, you know, it's being brought up to me where it could be like, I could give it to her to use, or I could give it to someone else to use. I could not hire someone to keep it going while I'm away. But to be honest, I just feel like it would be a bit too much pressure on me. I'd be so concerned about it.
Yeah.
I'd be so worried, because with this type of job and this type of company, when you work with customers and stuff, certain other companies will take their approach as being friendly, with their customers, and it becomes friendship rather than a customer and clientele basis. And I mean a business and a clientele basis, I meant, sorry. And I think sometimes with that approach, it can kind of be lost that you're actually booking someone as a company, and the respect for your company can kind of be lost, because they're like, well, you're my friend, so discount, or why aren't you doing this? And I take the approach of, I'm a company, you treat me as a company like you would any other company, and you're hiring someone to come and perform for your children. Take that seriously. That's the process I go with it. So for me, giving it to someone while I'm away, it would take such a long time for me I'd have to train them. Basically, it took me 4 years to train myself on it, to be able to know what to do. Like, one wrong word to someone could just completely switch it to, oh, you're my friend, type of thing. Do you get me? So yeah, I think for now, while I go away, the best thing is it closes for the time being, and then I'll reopen when I come back.
That's fab. I'm glad. It's good to know that, even after all this, your time with your Disney cruises is done. You can come back and hopefully just jump straight into the shoes of the princesses and
a million and one characters.
Yeah.
It's honestly, though, it's such a special job, and if anyone that was thinking about doing it, that's watching, or just anyone in general that I know, I always suggest and recommend to go for it, because it's the best job I have ever done. And Disney Cruise Line, I've got a lot to work for, because it's honestly going to be a big competition, because being able to being the character and going in and seeing the little kids' faces, like, oh my god.
I bet there's no feeling like it.
No, there's not. Honestly, it's the cutest, most magical thing. I've left some of them visits like crying because of how cute.
See, I couldn't go into the visits and not cry. I don't know how you'd be able to keep a straight face.
Honestly, some of them you want to go out and actually like rip your hair out. It's not always lovely.
Yeah.
I've had some experiences where kids will be like, well, where's this person? Who are you? And they're like quite type of personality, and so some of them are so inquisitive to the point where it's hard not to laugh. Like, me and Tom's sister Hermione, we've been to do Elsa and Anna a few times and together, and some other characters too, but predominantly Elsa and Anna. Elsa is number one with the kids, and I mean, we've done Elsa and Anna a lot, and they'll come and be like, well, where's Olaf? Why are you here? Where's Olaf? And they'll come at you like with that attitude. They're not like, hi, where's Olaf? I really love him. It's like, where's Olaf?
I mean, excuse me.
They come out with questions as well, where I've made a TikTok before about it, because it was the funniest thing I've ever heard a kid say when I went in with Elsa. And the kid went to me, Elsa, your mum and dad are dead, aren't they? And I was like, they've gone away, they've gone away. And they were, don't you miss them? They're dead. They died on a boat. And I'm like, who taught you that? I just want to be like, no, they're on a boat trip. But yeah, although it's lovely and it's the most special thing ever, you do get some really funny interactions with the kids, because the kids, obviously, the characters, every child is such a character and a unique individual that even when there's a group of them, each one of them shine out to you no matter what, because they're just so funny, they're cute, and it's the best job ever. It really is. And with me charity work, I've done a lot of like what I mentioned before, I've done a lot of charity work with my business, where I've worked with children who suffer from cancers. And although obviously when you say it, it sounds super sad, and because it's heartbreaking, and it's the most evil disease on the planet, but it's also really, really special. Like, it's truly magical. Like, I can't explain how magical it is to be able to have that experience with them and bring them even the slightest bit of happiness or magic with what they're going through and what they're dealing with. It's special on a whole other level. I get goosebumps just talking about it, because
I'm getting goosebumps listening. I'm like choking up, you know, because
It's really special.
yeah, I
I'll
can't
show
even
you this.
imagine.
Hold on, let me spin around. I'll show you this. So this is me with one of them. His name is Baby Lee. Can you see?
Oh,
So he sadly lost his battle, but he was 4. I think he was 4. I think so. When he passed, and he was obsessed with Elsa, and I mean truly obsessed with Elsa. And I always went with Elsa to see him and visit him. And on this picture where this one's took, where he's literally kissing me on the lips, this was taken on Valentine's Day, and I completely jibbed Tom. I was like, no, I'm with Lee today. Sorry hon, you're not coming. So his family and him called me and Elsa his girlfriend, his first crush, his first girlfriend,
Oh my god,
and his first love. And he was honestly the most special little boy I've ever met. He was the most beautiful little character, and even though he was going through what he was going through, he was an absolute angel. He truly was, and he brought so many smiles, laughter to so many people. And this day, when I went as Elsa with for Valentine's Day, I turned up and he had me this teddy bear, a balloon, all these things, and I bought him stuff too, but it was just I wasn't expecting anything to be given to Elsa, and he got me all these things, and I've kept the teddy. I think it's actually it's in one of these cubicles. And so I kept that, and then obviously I got that printed to be in with me little Elsa frozen section in me little cupboard. But he was just amazing, and he was the first one I ever had a charity event with, and I'd done anything with and done that experience with. And then from that point onwards, he inspired me to want to do even more. And I was like, just meeting him, I was like, this is what I want to do. You know, this is what I want to help bring this magic and happiness to these little babies who don't deserve to be going through what they're going through. And if I could take it away from them, I'd do it in an instant. So to be able to kind of take it away, even if it's for just 5 minutes, a 5-minute interaction or anything, it's the most rewarding thing on planet Earth. It really is. It's the most rewarding thing I will ever be able to say I've done in my life, ever. Not will be to none. So from that point, I met another little girl. We went to London, and we took Tom's sister. We done Elsa and Anna, and we went to meet another little girl called Florentina. She passed as well, sadly, but she had a very long battle, and she fought really hard. She truly did. So did Lee, but he was a lot younger than she was. And we went, she actually had been sent an actual signed Olaf from the real Olaf. Wow. Which was just unbelievable. So, and she touched so many hearts as well, and she was amazing. And then there was another little boy called Storm, and he's still battling at the minute, but he's going through a kind of different process at the minute. But he was doing really well, and then he had a little relapse, and then he's doing really well again now, which is very good. That's so there's, you know, although there's sad stories, there's also very happy stories, and even from the sad ones comes a lot of happiness with memories too.
Yeah, well, no, that's amazing. You honestly really almost got me crying. I've gone totally glassy-eyed. Yeah.
No, sorry.
No, it's honestly it's so lovely, and is amazing that you're able to, like you said, bring that little bit of happiness to them when they're going through something which they should never ever have to deal with in their little lives. It's really
very special. It truly is, and I would never ever change it for anything on the planet. Nothing. I don't even think working for Disney would beat that level of magic. No, I don't even think that would be.
It's incredible, and
it is.
You know, fair play to you.
Thank you.
You know, it's absolutely brilliant. Wow. I need like a minute to recompose myself, because like I'm on the brink of bawling my eyes out.
Let it out, let it flow. Elsa says, let it go.
No, that's you're so brilliant, you know.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's very special. It's truly magical, and I think that's something that, you know, I'll thank Disney for to the end of the earth, like till the day I die. Like that's something that I can do because of Disney. Yeah. Like, if it wasn't for Disney and all these amazing characters and amazing movies that they've brought out, I would never ever be able to do this for these little ones, even little ones that aren't sick, and it's for a birthday party as well.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for Disney. So my thanks will go to them.
Big shout out to the mouse.
Definitely. To the big man.
To the big man himself. Soon to be your boss.
Yeah. Woo!
Right. Well, moving on from all that, we've got some quick fire viewer questions, which are very, very excited. But just give me a extra little minute, because
let it process.
I'm proper choked up. But
Completely fine to give yourself.
Okay, let's get into these questions. We've got 4 viewer questions for you today, and if I can think of another one, I'll be sure to add them to the list. But so from our viewers, we've got who is or who was your favorite Disney princess to portray to these kids?
So this one I have multiple answers to, which I'll explain why.
Even better.
So my favourite personally is, I love to do Belle and Cinderella because of their dresses.
Yeah.
I can't even fit through doors in Belle's dress sometimes. Like, I've had to go to visits. I can't drive in it. It's basically, my Belle dress is a corset top, and then the skirt, then the underskirt, then obviously tight shoes, hair, and all the other accessories that go with it. So the skirt part is that huge. I can't get into no car with that on. I have to put that on when I arrive at the party or at the event. So I have to, if someone wants Belle, I have to be like, right, you've got to hide all your kids because I'm getting dressed at yours. So I get there, and my nan is the only person that I trust to do it, because it's a corset back and it's a corset on the skirt too. So it's all like the ribbons and in a corset, and Tom could never. So me nan needs to do it. So if I ever have Belle, I'm like, Nan, come on, we're off to do a party. We're off to see the wizard. So she does that, and so that's my favourite, because Cinderella's is a bit easy because it's an all-in-one. Hers isn't a 2-piece, it's an all-in-one, right over the head, zip up the back, done. So hers is a lot easier, and I can actually drive in that one because I just put the underskirt on when I get there. But Belle, obviously I can't. But the reason I love them, playing those two, for me personally, is because I genuinely feel like them. Like, when I walk in that outfit, I am them.
Yeah.
Like, Maya doesn't exist. I am Belle. I am Cinderella. Like, I feel, and the way the kids look at, it's like, oh my God, that's a genuine princess walking through my front door in my house. And it's just, I just love it. I love being in that dress and their dresses, because they're my favourite dresses of mine that I've got of the characters, but also because of how it makes me feel when I walk through. I'm like, but the other answer I've got is Elsa. I love doing Elsa, because not for me. Elsa isn't one of my favourite princesses, but the reason I love that is because she is the favourite princess of any child. Any child.
Yeah.
I obviously sing as well at the party to do. So if I am anyone other than Elsa, and I'm not Elsa, and I'm going out with like Belle or Cinderella, or I turn up as Ariel or someone, I'll sing obviously the song that is the character I'm with. And then I'll go, oh, like, I'll usually do like a game and be like, oh, who's the princess with glass slippers? And they've got to answer a type of thing. And then once I've got that done and we've kind of broke the ice with the kids, because sometimes they can be shy, I'll then go, right, birthday girl, or ask your friends, whatever, what song do you want to sing next out of the princesses we just said? And they'll go, let it go. Elsa, let it go. And I can't avoid it. No matter where I go, no matter what party I do, whether I'm here or not, Elsa. So she gets the best reactions. Yeah. So I love being her.
That's fab. Going on to the second question, it's the opposite. Who's your least favorite? I don't know. It doesn't need to be like your least favorite. There's like you don't like the princess at all, but you know, getting into it, getting into the character, things like that.
Right. This is gonna sound so weird because of literally what I've just said, but Elsa. So for the same reason, I love doing it because of her reactions, but I also sometimes she's my least favorite because I'm like, please pick someone else.
Yeah.
Because the kids these days are very like, they don't know really Snow White, they don't know Sleeping Beauty, like, no. You know, they don't really know certain like original princesses who were my favourites growing up. And I would love to be able to do them sometimes a bit more than what I do get to. But anytime I get a message from a mum, I'm like, Elsa, Elsa, Elsa. So that's not because I don't like Elsa. I love Elsa. Love. But
Yeah.
just because I want to do someone different.
That makes sense because like you said, like kids these days, I feel like Frozen has turned into his own sort of beast,
Oh yeah.
you know, and
It's like a
is
different brand.
everywhere. It's crazy.
Completely. Me and Tom, and Hermione's sister, and literally my whole family now too, because Elsa is that popular, and I may as well just get rid of everybody else and just have Elsa. That she's that popular. My whole family is even like this now. That if we see Elsa or if we hear "Let It Go," we're all like, "Let It Go" is like it's jammed.
It's constantly on replay.
I could sing that song asleep.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
No kids could get me with like any inquisitive questions with Elsa. I'm down to a T.
You know everything.
Yeah.
Every single detail.
No, that's brilliant. Moving away from the characters and the dressing up for a second. But what are you most nervous about for working for the mouse and being on the cruise working?
I think, well, of course, there's a few, but one of the main ones is obviously, this is very much out of my comfort zone in the sense of I'm going to live on a ship in America and the Bahamas for 3 months alone.
Yeah.
Like, that is absolutely petrifying. So I think that part is what I'm most nervous for out of everything. And to just like, I kind of have a bit of like a phobia of sickness too. So
Okay.
if I get sick and I'm alone, I will freak out.
Yeah.
So those type of things, what you would expect to be probably nervous of, and what anyone would be nervous of, is that's the main one I'm probably most frightened about or most nervous about.
Yeah, no, that's a fair one. I mean, being you move into like a totally different country on a moving vessel, like for 3 months.
And
like
I've
you said.
never even been on a ship before, so I don't even know how my body's going to react to it.
You don't know if you're going to be seasick or not.
No.
Oh no.
That's sickness as well.
Yeah.
But I think no matter what I'm frightened of anyway, it's my dream to be able to work for Disney. It's a dream that I don't think I'm going to believe it until I'm even there that I'm actually doing it and I've actually got it. So I think that kind of like it washes out any of the negative, it washes out any of the fears, because no matter what I'm doing it.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I'm actually genuinely so excited for you. Like the cruise line stuff looks so much fun.
It does. It really does. I've never even been on one.
Like a cruise ever, or just like a Disney cruise?
I've never been on a Disney cruise or any cruise at all.
I've done like an MSC cruise before, and there's so much going on all the time. Is so much fun.
Yeah.
So I can imagine there's only double that on a Disney cruise. Yeah.
I think the fact that I'll be waking up and being able to see Mickey Mouse every single day of my life while I'm there is going to completely wash out any negatives.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
No one will beat that.
Again, this is another different type question. Obviously there's a lot of like live action remakes being made and have been made in the last couple of years or so. What live action remake would you like to see Disney do next? Obviously we've had a bunch, and obviously a lot of princess stuff has come out, but what would you like to see being made next?
I think that's such a hard question.
I
think saying for a mother to pick like their favorite child, because there's that many Disney films. I'm like, I'll go that one. Oh no, wait, that one. Oh no, wait, that. So I think I want to say the first thing that came to my mind, Princess and the Frog.
Yes, that'd be so good.
I'm obsessed with all the music and everything about like the blues.
I feel like it's such an underrated princess film.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
You know,
I just think that one would be insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, especially like the theming of like New Orleans and like you said, the music.
So
yeah.
The beignet, the restaurants.
It'd
be amazing.
Yeah.
I think that one, and I think also maybe something like, let me think of another one. that's not as like princess, maybe something different. Do you know what would be good? That's just came in my head then. The Incredibles.
Live action Incredibles,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder how they do.
I don't know, but something needs to knock the Avengers and Marvel off of their perch, and I think Mr. Incredible and the family are the ones to do it.
Elastigirl and all that. Imagine that live action.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a good idea. I think that's a good one.
Yeah. I
That'd
think
be
it's a really
really
good
good.
one.
They'd have to
It's
get the right
really
people
interesting to
for
see
it.
what they done.
Yeah.
They would have to get the right people for it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Definitely. That's one thing I don't like about live actions, and that's why I'm like iffy about live actions, because it's certain like they've just got to get it spot on when it comes to certain characters. I'm like, if you don't look like them, get out.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Especially with the Incredibles.
Yeah. I'm like,
Where
Bob, Mr. Incredible, he's a big build. I don't know who you're gonna get for that. He's a weird shape. He's really skinny in the legs and he's wide at the top. I don't know who you're gonna get for that.
Have you seen the lads that on TikTok where he does Edna Mode and he like walks on his legs?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So funny. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
I feel like you need like a drag queen to play Edna Mode.
Yeah.
You need like a drag queen to play Edna Mode.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
For sure, yeah.
With the attitudes and everything.
Definitely.
Take the straps under now, darling. Yeah.
To answer that question myself, I'd love to see a live action Treasure Planet.
Stop it, that's Tom's favourite.
Is one of those Disney films which doesn't get enough love.
I agree.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. The story's amazing. Everything
about
it is just
that's
wow.
like underrated. That's like Treasure Planet, the something
Atlantis?
in the Lost. Yeah, that's it. Because I always go to say the Lost Empire and I can never remember the name for it. Yeah, that one. I think that's another good one. Yeah,
so good. And I wish there was some sort of remake or live action of those, because they're so good and they slept on, really. I think they need some new lease of life.
Yeah, I think I would also like to see Tinkerbell made as live action.
Yeah,
the Tinkerbell movies, that would be amazing.
And obviously, hire you as Tinkerbell. I've seen your Tinkerbell costume walking around Paris, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, I don't. One sec. Can you hear the noise?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Is it me?
It might have been.
Blooper.
Is it going now?
It's gone now.
You might have been leaning on something.
I might have been. I could have been leaning on a cable.
It's all right now. I think it's all right now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Back to your Tinkerbell outfit, because that looked amazing.
What that had done for Mickey's Not Too Scary, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
See that, right? That wasn't even that. I bought them wings, the small wings I had on, just for that. But I have gigantic wings that probably wouldn't even fit in this frame for my business. I was like, do you think I could take them? Do you think I could take them to Scary? But I bought those ones specifically for Mickey's Not Too Scary, so that I would be allowed in. I had a little girl come up to me and ask for my autograph that night.
Bless.
And I know there's written rules and you're not allowed to. And there was a cast member literally stood right next to us as she asked, and I was like eyeing her as if like should have said no. Like, can I like do I like ruin all of her dreams right now, or can I do it? And she didn't say no, so we just done it.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You never know, do you? You don't want to like break any rules or anything.
It's not even that as well. I think the mum obviously knew, but she was a little girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was a little tiny, like she was about 4. Like, as if it was gonna do anything to her anyway in the future. But in that moment, if she knew I was real or if she wasn't.
Yeah.
So, and I looked at the cast member. I was like, she definitely heard what you just definitely heard what she asked me.
Yeah.
And there was no like, don't do it. So I was just like, I'm only writing a name.
No, that's also bad, because I know Disney can be quite strict with their rules, and I know like Not So Scary is like nearly a complete exemption for a couple of nights, so
I mean, I don't think it was honestly such a cool and fun experience, an event that I went to. We were raving too, and I mean raving, literal rave songs with Mike and Sully from Monsters Inc.
Nice.
Amazing.
Like rave.
That's so good.
it was brilliant. It was such a good night. We loved it.
It sounds brilliant. I've got a question myself, and then we're going to go into a little 5-minute break. But with the princesses, obviously, all the princesses have different accents and different voices. Do
Yeah.
you also do and try and match the voices, or is
So I try to do certain ones. Elsa is probably the only one that I can't do Idina Menzel's type of voice. I think
Yeah.
she's got a really, like, particular and specific voice. So I just approach it, all of them, with an American accent.
yeah,
But in the sense of an American accent that's more softer with Elsa. And I
yeah,
won't be like with Rapunzel, she's very like, best day ever! Like, you know,
Yeah.
and Elsa's very like, you know, chill, oh no, type of thing. You
Yeah.
know, she's more like soft and
Yeah.
breathy. But with Cinderella and Belle, I can do Belle's voice, and I can do Cinderella. I do try to approach it the transatlantic. Is that how you say it? That accent.
yeah,
I think that's how you say it. People will know what I mean if they're aware of it.
yeah,
But it's kind of like, the only way you can explain that accent is like, it's American, but it's posh American. So
Oh, yeah.
some certain words sound British in a way.
I get what you mean, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, if you listen to Cinderella on the film, that's literally it.
yeah,
So I'll take that approach with Cinderella, and I'll with Belle. She's very like nasally, so I think I can do Belle. But Ariel and Rapunzel are kind of similar. I just approach it. I do American, and
Yeah.
then it'll be like a princessy American and more woohoo type of princess.
really
than,
excited.
I-
yeah.
yeah.
No, it's brilliant. Okay, and now we're going to go into a little 5-minute break, so you're more than welcome to get up, have a wander, stretch your legs, grab a drink. Jack's going to get his Disney roll call ready.
Disney roll call.
So that's very exciting to see who's going to be made on the list this week. And we'll catch you, catch you listeners in a little bit. And we are back from our little break. We're all watered and parceled gotten. Yes, but now and now we are ready for the best part of every week, Jack's Disney roll call.
Disney roll call.
I love that.
For the next season, we are so having the
Oh, we're getting voices, yeah, 100%. It's going to be fireworks.
Music, I think you can find someone where you can pay them to do, you know, the Disney voice.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
that'd be
the
nice.
parks.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Tom has Tom from Instagram. He has sent over, didn't he? Do you remember, Joe, a while ago? He sent over like an example.
He did. It was a couple months ago, I believe.
Yeah,
Big shout out to Tom, by the
Yes.
way. He's a massive supporter of the podcast.
Yeah,
So, Tom.
but yeah, well, I feel like we need to go back to him for next season and try and sort something out.
We do.
We will.
Keep
Anyway,
an eye on your messages, Tom.
keep an eye on your messages, Tom. But back to Disney roll call.
Yes.
So, Maya, for you and for anyone listening who doesn't know what Disney roll call is, essentially, we will give you the name of 10 random Disney characters, and you have the choice of 2 words to describe them, either solid or pass.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Is solid good?
Solid's good.
It's good.
Okay. I'm ready.
Ready. Right. So, number 1, nice and easy. Simba. Oh, I said nice
Oh
and
my
easy.
God,
Whoa.
we starting off
No,
controversial. Whoa.
I can explain.
What's the
Right.
word you're going to describe? Come on.
Wow.
Only because I can explain. Not because I don't like Simba. Love him. He's great guy. But The Lion King is just not one of my tops. It's not one of my favorites. I feel like it's the tiniest bit overrated. Tiniest bit. Sorry to anyone that loves The Lion King. I love Disney. I don't hate it. I just think there's some that are slightly better.
That's wild. That's out the gates controversial.
Do you see any of The Lion King here?
No, fair enough.
I have everyone but Sorry,
Right.
guys. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No,
No,
you know
it's-
what? We'd rather keep it interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go isn't walking out yet.
Not yet. Not yet. The headphones are almost off the head though. You know.
The music is a solid though.
There we go. Number 2, Dumbo.
Pass.
What? What? What do you mean? He's Dumbo.
It's not one of me. Tops. These characters are just not. They're not. I love them. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with them. Great stories, great films. They're just not in me top ones. Do you get me? I just have more other favorites than not someone I'd look at and go like you. For example, if I was looking at merch of Disney and I saw Dumbo, I wouldn't be buying it. I'd go somewhere else. I'd go to a different character.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm ready to like go
Let's
through
put the
these.
thumbs down to this podcast now.
I'm ready to bang through these just to wait to see Joe walk out of the room. There's one on here I really want to know what you're going to answer because this will be hilarious. I'm not going to say which one yet. Anyway, moving on. Number 3, Tiana.
Oh, 1,000,000% solid. All day long.
Yeah.
Love you, Tiana.
Goat princess.
I mean, we do want a live action for her.
100%. I want a live action with that music. Yes, all day.
Good choice. Number 4, Baymax.
Solid.
Yes.
I love Baymax. Little cutie.
Yes. He
I'd
is.
love to meet Baymax. Would love to meet Baymax.
It'd be cool to see him. It's California, like, or San Fran, Tokyo, and it'd be cool to go there.
I think they actually have him sometimes in Orlando because my in-laws went last year and met him there.
So gonna have to get lucky, I think, and find him out in Orlando.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I need a Baymax Teddy. I don't have him yet. He's not in the collection, sadly, so I need him.
You do.
I agree. I need one myself. Number 5, Hades.
Hades, solid.
Yes.
Solid.
Oh my gosh, if there was anything
one.
other than a solid.
That was the one.
I know, I adore Hades. He is the funniest villain ever.
He's the best villain, you know.
He's
And
such
I
a
don't
great
think
guy.
there's anybody who could top him. It's just
No,
whole demeanor is brilliant.
Yeah. That attitude is definitely on the top of my list. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, if that was a different word, then I would have been gone. Jack is finishing the podcast by himself.
No, Hades, I think, makes the whole of the film with Hercules. He's insane.
Yeah, he's brilliant. So good.
I just love how he talks about men as well, though. Like how he's like, but he's a man.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he is.
You get it, Hades. You know.
You're
know
about
it,
to, but
Hades.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
Number 6 is another Disney princess, Mulan.
Solid. Love her. Love Mulan.
Such a badass.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with Mulan. I love her film as well. Both of them. Have you seen number 2?
Oh, number 2 is the
A girl worth fighting for.
Go on, Maya.
It's
I
the
love it.
you know the song where it's like I want to be like other girls.
Yeah.
I used to honestly.
What, Jack? Get the pipes out, son.
You not know I'm actually a Disney princess. So that film and that scene, I honestly, the amount of times I used to watch it when I was younger.
I love it. I love everything about Mulan. I love everything about all of the characters. Insane. I love it. And how could you not love? Oh my god, what's the song? Now it's like I've got a girl worth fighting for stuck in my head now, so I can't. Let's get down to business. Love it.
One of the best Disney songs.
That's the best. I think that's the best Prince song, you know, because there's not that many anyway. But insane. I know he's not a prince, but you get me.
Yeah.
So good. Right, number 7, Bambi.
Solid because cute, but past because like in the same category slightly as like Dumbo and that for me. Like for me, they're not boring, but they're boring. Do you get me? I'm trying to say. I apologise, but you get where I'm coming from.
I get it. Yeah, if I'm
kind of
honest, I
bland.
can't remember the last time I've seen both
Me
of
neither,
them, but
because
I do think they're adorable.
Me too. I love them and I love the story. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the story's boring, but it's just not, it doesn't do it like the others.
Fair. Fair.
It needs a bit of salt and pepper.
Right, number 8, we have another technical princess. Very hit or miss. Merida.
I say solid for Merida. Merida, I think, can be slightly underrated sometimes as a character and as a princess, because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because visually she might not do it for people. I don't know if it's because, I don't know, the story is. I don't know what it is. But I think she's very on par with Mulan. Very on par with Mulan in that same category of like, yeah. And I just love how she's very independent and she's she's a big feminist, if you ask me. I think she's a feminist.
Yeah.
She's very like women's rights and I'll marry myself before I marry one of them.
Yeah. No,
I love
it really is, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I really liked her in the film, to be fair. I think it's just, I think maybe it's just because compared to some of the others, I prefer them more. But I do like her as a character. Like, I feel like
she's very different, isn't she? And unique.
Yeah, but I think like she was the reason I liked the film. If I'm honest, I did like the story. It wasn't my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
But she was the reason I think I carried on going with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the story's very like fun and different too. I think.
Yeah.
But yes, it's so different, and I think that's why it was going to be, for many people, it'll be a hit or miss, because it's not your generic typical princess. Oh, I've got princess heels and a big dress.
Yeah.
And I love it though. I mean, I've made a whole business out of it, so I can't say I don't like it.
Right, number 9, Flynn Rider.
Oh, solid. Who doesn't like Eugene? Are you joking me?
Eugene is great.
He is.
It's a
He's
smolder stuff.
Oh, smolder.
Joe can do it better than I can.
I love it. Yeah, he's not my favourite out of like the princes, but he's up there. I do love him. I love how funny he is. He's great.
Yeah.
I think he's similar to, in the sense of like what we've just been saying about Merida, like where she's the complete opposite of a typical princess. He's the complete opposite of what a prince is.
Oh yeah, totally. You know,
he's literally marrying a thief. Like slay.
Such a slay.
Love that, Disney.
Who is your favourite prince?
I love Prince Charming and Prince Anna.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're mine. I used to also love Prince Philip a lot, but I like dark hair in males. Like that's what I'm attracted to. I like that. I think it looks the nicest for me in my style. So for them, they're just my favourites, definitely. And I've always loved Prince Charming. I used to have the teddy of him as a kid and everything. Love him.
Prince Charming in number 3.
Oh God. Yeah, definitely. That would be a good. That actually, why am I about to say that would be a good live action? As if they haven't already made it, and I'm already obsessed with it. That is a good live action. Yeah.
Oh, imagine if they remade number 3.
I know. Oh, it'd be so good. I'd be after the same people though.
I don't think they'd do the same, would they?
No, I don't think they would. But I'm saying I would like them to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on it, Disney. Come on. Get listening.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Use me as a
director.
Right, and we're finishing off with number 10, Olaf.
Olaf is a solid, but I think sometimes he can be a slight pass because he can be slightly annoying sometimes in a good way. But he's overall, I'm gonna say solid.
He's a good character. He's a good side character.
He's really funny.
And like Josh Gad plays him so well.
Oh, he's fabulous, yeah. Do you know who I think he kind of reminds me of a little bit character-wise? Stitch.
Yeah, he's kind of that sort of.
Like, do you know, like the funny silliness and how chaotic and doesn't listen.
Yeah,
it's the behavior-wise.
That's what I mean. Like the way he acts. Yeah. Yeah, solid.
I love it. Right, and that is the end of Disney Roll Call.
It's a little controversial, I must be honest.
It started right out of the game of pass. I love that though.
It threw me right off the rails. I must be honest.
I'm honest.
Best way to, but you know what though? It's so different every single week, and that's what's so fun about it. Because I randomize it. like it's completely randomized. So we might get the same and like the same people like each week, but we'll get completely different answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that though. There's so many, and you're only picking 10, and there's literally so many different.
Oh, there's hundreds.
that you could ask.
Literally hundreds of characters that you could choose from, and
you should start putting in people that are like really like Randall from Monsters Inc. and stuff, and do people like that. You know what characters people wouldn't expect.
We tried to, but we just want to make sure everyone's aware
of who they are,
because you never know.
We've done Clarabelle, which is quite an out there one. I think we've had Lady Cluck on the list once. I can't remember.
I can't remember who
we have done some like obscure, more obscure characters.
Yeah, it was funny though is when you get like a pass to like a proper much loved character.
Yeah,
like Simba.
Like you.
I don't pass them because I love him. He's cute. He's a cutie.
I like baby Simba.
I love animals.
Baby Simba is cute.
Yeah, I agree. I only say pass because I haven't really like just The Lion King isn't in my top favourite films. That's all.
And that is fair enough. But away from Disney roll call now, we're going to go back to sort of the main topic of conversation that me and Jack were on about before you arrived. We've been talking about the updates which are coming to Disneyland California and California Adventure. Have you seen them?
I've seen where they're changing Monsters Inc. to Avatar.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. That was our big one. What do you think of that? Have you been to?
I haven't been to California Disney yet. Sadly, one day I will. But so I obviously don't really know the rides and I don't really know the areas. But in the sense of what my reaction would be, just based off of me loving them movies, I think I would be if I'd have been on Monsters Inc. ride. I think I would probably be the tiniest bit disappointed because I love Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
so good.
Monsters Inc. is literally like one of my favourite Disney films ever. So I think if I'd been before and I was a local, I'd be slightly sad that they're getting rid of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that picture of the Avatar lands looks
incredible, and
if it looks like that when I walk in, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what Joe and I were doing earlier. We were like,
all them bits,
yeah, that round bit.
Yeah.
And I love Avatar, like going into Pandora in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
That was I felt the same reaction to that as I did walking into seeing the castle for the first time. I was like, whoa, and I'm like
it really is like breathtaking walking onto it's like walking onto a different planet. It's very similar to like the feeling I got when I walked into the Star Wars area, Batuu.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
It's like going, oh my gosh, I'm not where I am anymore. Yeah, literally.
Stepped into the film.
Yeah.
And I actually, when we went on Flight of Passage for the first time, I cried. Avatar films don't make me cry. I think they're beautiful, but I've never actually like cried like I do at Disney films at them. But this film, this ride, literally, I was sobbing. I got off that ride sobbing.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And it's weird. Jack, you'll experience this when you go next year. Like, obviously, you get onto your rider thing, and you can feel this thing breathing.
It's meant to be like you're on the animal itself.
Yeah. Oh, like
so you can feel like it's like how it's like them breathing next to you and on your legs and stuff in your arms, and you feel it's so good.
I kind of put too much into it. Like I've obviously seen it and stuff, but I'm like, it's like whenever I'm watching vlogs, there's bits that I'm like, okay, I just want to like.
Don't want to spoil it.
I won't watch them too much, like these bits. But that sounds amazing.
It makes you feel like you're actually part of that world.
Yeah.
You know?
The scene at the end, I won't say what it is because I won't spoil it for you, but the scene at the end, that's what got me crying. I was like, whoa, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to the ride of Soarin', but you're not sat, you're like, it's like more motorbike type.
Yeah. And you haven't got feet dangling like right here.
Yeah, ruining the view. Literally. But what you said then about you don't want to have things spoiled for you and you avoid it, I'm the complete opposite. I've got to know everything before I get there.
Yeah. I will, I think, next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're getting closer.
Yeah, when I'm getting closer, because I'm the same. I love spoilers. I absolutely love them. However, I think because of this, because I'm going to be like recording my live reaction as well and stuff.
Yeah, that you want it to be real.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
know I have a tendency to over like
I
you know, like when you go, like when you're going to like a restaurant,
Yeah.
I will overanalyze the menu
Yeah,
before.
I do. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you get me. So
Has to
you
be
know,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
So I know if I overdo it, I'll be like, oh.
Yeah. Do you know
But
what
yeah,
though? Even saying that, I think obviously even watching on YouTube and then experiencing it in real life, I think you'd still get a genuine real reaction
Oh my
because
gosh, yeah,
it's
it's
so
so
yeah.
different.
it's
So
so
different.
I'd seen the whole fireworks show and everything before I got there because I've watched it for years before I even met Tom, and I used to watch it all the time before bed and cry to it like a weirdo. And I
That's
used
not
to
weird at all. I would when I lived in like my old flat, I would wake up on like a Saturday morning like, right, I'm watching Happily Ever After and I'm having a cry.
Yeah. Do you know what's even like more devastating for me is Happily Ever After got changed when we went.
Oh
So
no.
I didn't see it.
Oh, it was the year that they changed it completely, didn't they? And then obviously
Yeah,
they brought it back.
yeah.
Oh my
It was
gosh,
still
yeah.
lovely, but yes,
Yeah.
we've still seen that. But that was literally how bad I was and how bad I am. Like I've even watched all of Universal stuff and everything now, and I'm not going until next year.
Yeah.
to be fair, I have seen a lot of epic stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's only because I'm not. No, I am excited for it. Like I can't.
No, but you're more interested in Disney, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the epic stuff looks amazing.
Looks
So,
really good.
it looks so good. I can't wait to go. I'm so excited.
So good.
Yeah, obsessed. I'm obsessed. I know it's not Disney, it's different, but I am obsessed with Toothless.
Yes. Oh, like we were saying this last week on on the podcast when we were talking about we talked about Epic and things like that. Jack's land that he's most looking forward to is the Super Mario Land. Mine is Isle
Yeah.
of Berk. Like,
See,
well and
mine-
truly.
Mario as well.
That's
I was thinking that
wild.
because- no, but now I'm completely different. Now I'm also Isle of Berk. After watching the videos and seeing it, I'm like, whoa, it looks insane.
Yeah, it looks so
I do
good.
think I'm so excited for Super Mario and stuff, and I think it looks so cool, and it'll literally be like stepping into the game. I'm so excited, but I just think Isle of Berk it just looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And Toothless.
Yes, and Toothless.
I
And the
can't
other,
go.
and the
So
other little
excited.
Night Fury animatronics,
Yeah.
which like are so
Stop.
cute. And they do
Yeah.
like
And, like,
Toothless
that's, like,
says.
Have you seen the videos of people where they get like the cats or the dogs and they're like, because they love them all and they kiss them? That's literally me with Toothless. I'll get there and be like,
Yeah,
cute.
yeah. Let's go back over to the West Coast. We've jumped straight back over to
Yeah.
Orlando. They're also, I don't know if you've seen this, but they're also making a Coco ride.
I seen a picture, but I didn't see anything about it other than that.
Yeah, so
Right.
I think it's gonna be a water ride, sort of like
Okay.
the Three Caballeros Grand Fiesta
Yeah, yeah.
tour in Mexico and Epcot. I think it's gonna be very similar to that, but obviously with the music of Coco.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll be though.
I think that'd be really, really nice. That's a film for me which I feel like needs more of it because I think I love Coco.
I love Coco. I think I have a big connection to Coco as well with his grandma.
Yeah.
Who has dementia, because my nan, who sadly passed a few weeks ago, she had dementia for quite a few years, and I had that connection with Coco through that because I don't think dementia is really shown a lot. I'm like going on so many deep stories. I'm so sorry.
Go for it. This is a safe space.
But thanks. Coco, I think with Disney especially, Disney don't really they do deep stories when it's about parents dying because you know everyone's mum and dad are dead in every film. But they don't go into like real life topics like that. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's really special, and I think it's really nice to see how she remembers in the end. And although that's obviously Disney magic, that's very rare if that happens in real life. But I think just being able to see it in Coco and see how special it is and be like, oh, like that's
It's so special.
It's like, it's so lovely. And I love Coco even without that because I love the music and I love the way it looks. So pretty and just lovely. But I think that alone for me is a connection for me as well because it's gorgeous. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's so special. So yeah, I definitely agree that it's underrated.
Totally. And like I was saying to Jack earlier on, I cry every time I watch Coco
I do.
every single time. I watched it going out to Orlando last year, and obviously I'm in the middle section, and I got Coco on. I'm bawling my eyes out. My brother looks over at me. He's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
As soon as I remember me, not the fast version, the slow one, I'm like, oh my god!
Yeah. The one
Gorgeous.
right at the end when he's singing to Mama
Yeah.
Coco.
Oh.
Yeah,
Stop.
it's gorgeous. I love it. It's
Yeah.
really special. I
So-
love when you film like that, though. That even most Disney films make me cry, but I think when it's like cry because you're like, that's actually deep, like that's lovely, like that's special, and it's a deep message. It's
Yeah.
not just a typical Disney film making me cry.
Yeah.
I think that's more special.
Yeah, and like I think the whole message of the film about, you know, the importance of like actual family and things like that is so incredible.
Yeah.
Really, so.
And like not forgetting your family, you know, remembering everything about them, whether it be mom, dad, grandparents, great grandparents, great grandparents, you know. It's
And I think remembering, you know, your family and what they've done for you growing up, because when you're a child, you of course you're a baby, you don't really know things, you don't understand with an adult mind until you become an adult of what your family have actually done for you, and every family member with that being. And I think as well, Coco makes you realise how much you don't realise what you've got until you lose it.
Yeah,
and
really.
He experiences that himself, Miguel, with Mama Coco. I think he definitely experiences that, and when he realizes how we can possibly help her in return now, because I think that's something that happens when you get older, and especially for me and seeing my nan with dementia, it's kind of like your roles reverse. Like they raised you, now you've got to help them in their end of life type of thing when you become an adult. So I think that's kind of what we see with Miguel and Coco, with Mama Coco. It's so lovely.
Yeah, it's so special, and I hope they really do like the ride justice, you know. So fingers crossed. And
we've got to have that rainbow as well of like the feathers and stuff, you know, where it goes into.
Yeah.
We've got to have that. We need that.
I think we could need more love for Coco everywhere.
Yeah. Bring it to. We've got a whole new area coming to DLP. There's a massive lake. That's added there.
I can't wait to see as well the frozen area that they do.
Oh, it's gonna look amazing.
Up to now, doesn't it?
It's gonna look so good.
So many exciting stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. It really does. I'd also love to go to Tokyo to see their one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I'd like to go Tokyo Disney full stop. It just looks absolutely incredible.
Just Tokyo as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a dream destination for me, Tokyo.
Oh, same.
Oh, so yeah.
Massively. I'm gonna touch back onto Monsters Inc. Obviously, you've said you're a massive Monster Inc. fan. You've got your little Monster Inc. box behind you. Are you excited for Monstropolis coming into Hollywood Studios?
Yep. I'm so excited. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I think as well, because I love them so much, and I know they have Sully there a lot, and I've met Sully there and love them. But I feel like if they've got a land, we'll see more of Boo, because we never see Boo.
We don't.
And I love Boo so much, and I just think the roller coaster ride as well of the doors.
Yeah. That's going to be amazing.
So good.
That's going to be I'm so excited for that. Me and Tom have always said as well, even before this got announced. I'm not sure if I've said this to you, Jack. I feel like I have. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Anyway.
You probably have.
I probably have. I feel like I have. But me and Tom have literally said before it even got announced, it would be so cool if they had a Monsters Inc. ride based off of the doors and how to do it. It would be so cool. And then they announced it.
I think you did.
I have, haven't I?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
It's going to be an incredible area when it's finally finished, whenever that may be, because we don't have a date. We don't have a date yet, which is a shame.
It is, yeah. But I do think no matter what, it's going to be something to look forward to, because as we've already seen with like the Moana area as well.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Like,
I love that.
was done super quick as well.
Yeah.
I do think the Imagineers at Disney will get it done quick for us.
I hope so.
I want it done for next year. I mean,
me too. TikTok.
Yeah. We've got flights. Like,
I'll see if I can ask anyone on the cruise. Do you know?
Yeah. You can ask the main man himself every day. Like, come on.
Mickey, you know what I mean? I go next year.
That's brilliant. obviously, today, as of recording, is the last day for Muppet Vision 3D. How do you feel about that? Going. Oh, you're gonna say you don't like it or you've never done it, and that's gonna really annoy me. Wow. Okay, Jack, you finish off the episode, but
As soon as you said it, I was I'm gonna be real. They scare me.
Yeah, but that's the last original part of the Hollywood Studio Park that was there when it opened.
I feel for people, and I feel for people who are connected to it and do love it. I do. Like, I'm like,
it's like Small World. You got to do it.
It's with people that are going to be, obviously sad about it. And I think because it's original, it's sad no matter what. That when something original is replaced with something different or something new. But I've never even been on it, so I can't even give a true answer, a real answer. So I think my opinion doesn't even matter, whether I like it or not, because I haven't even been on it.
Before Joe flips off and loses his absolute mind, I've just had a notification from Walt Disney World Twitter page come through on this. And it says, "Hi ho everyone, the Muppets are packing up and moving to Sunset Boulevard for the first ever coaster.
Yeah.
Grab your guitar or banjo because Rock and Roller Coaster starring Speeds into Hollywood." So is it replacing the Aerosmith ride?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster is gonna be Muppets themed. You might have, because that was.
That kind of came out around the same time, didn't it?
Okay, well, sorry everyone, I thought it was breaking news. But... so I
just pretended that it was.
Yeah,
it's breaking news. I didn't know that bit. I didn't realise that part.
We're still gonna have Muppets in some form, in Hollywood Studios, but we're not gonna have
an idea.
Yeah, no, we're just losing the whole Muppets area.
Oh, who cares about that?
I agree.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's just like it's moving to a roller coaster. It's not like it's going.
Yeah, but the whole area's going. It's the only original thing left.
One thing is going to be cooler.
I agree.
It's probably
you never know. They might cut a piece out of the floor and keep it or anything. So it's original still. They might keep some.
They best do.
Joe, we're going with a little magnifying glass, like.
This is this definitely different floor.
They might keep a bench, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be exciting, though. I think it'll be fun to see the difference in the Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets. Even though I don't really like them, I still think it'll be a different.
I think it's going to be the exact same track. Obviously, they're just going to Muppify it. Yeah.
That's what I think will be interesting, though. Like what song they use and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really have like the Rainbow Song or anything like that going like 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, as you
with like It's a Small World type playing like those type of songs.
Yeah, but no, I was blown my mind. I can't believe you've done Muppet Vision.
I'm just not a fan. I'm sorry. They scare me. They really do.
Well, on that note, we are coming to the end. Unfortunately, we could chat to you literally all day. I think it's been a really wonderful episode and hearing everything about you and your life and what you've gone through and overcome and your job opportunities and the people you've had the chance to meet and work with your princess stuff has been absolutely a delight to listen to. We was a little controversial in roll call, not gonna lie. But...
Sorry in advance.
But no, it's been absolutely wonderful having the opportunity to chat with you. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come and be with us.
I've had a great time, a great experience doing this as well. I think it's been so much fun, and I'd recommend it to anyone to do it with the both of you. You're both great, and you do it both. You both do it really well. You really do. You're quite good at like bouncing off people as well. I've noticed that on some of your other ones too. You both are doing really well. So well done, and congratulations to both of you for doing it too.
Oh, thank you so much, Maya. It means a lot. Stop it. Because, like we started this and we had no idea how it would go. Yeah. So it means a lot hearing that.
You're doing really well. I love it. And thank you for inviting me to be a part of it. I've loved doing it. It's been so much fun.
It's been
Alright.
amazing. It's been amazing. But yeah, we'll say goodbye for now, and I'm sure we'll speak to you very soon. But for now, this is goodbye. So we will, speak to you very shortly.
Yeah, thank you
Well,
again.
thank you both for having me, and see you soon. See you later, pal. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Maya.
So, I mean, I don't know how to feel about after that, because that was just amazing.
It was amazing. It was emotional. It was funny. It was an absolute delight getting the chance to speak with Maya. You know,
It was, and I've spoken to Maya now for. God, to be honest, I think Maya was one of the first people I spoke to when I first joined, and we spoke especially a lot around the time she went to DLP and got engaged. And I remember seeing it, and it was such a special moment.
Yeah.
And obviously, I knew a bit about my story, but to hear it more in detail like that,
Yeah.
I just,
Oh, it's incredible.
It's what you've spoken to as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's even more impactful. And
Yeah.
like I said, like, I don't cry often because, for those who don't know, I'm on anxiety medication, so it's a bit harder for me to cry. However, I did wipe a tear away.
No, like, it's incredible everything that she's gone through and overcome, and then to be able to bring that happiness to other people is just incredible to listen to, and genuinely did, feel really choked up and almost produced a tear myself. Got really glassy-eyed. But yeah, it was so lovely. She is such a wonderful person, and I've loved having the opportunity to speak to her.
I know, and I'm just excited to see all this Disney cruise stuff. I cannot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. There best be content.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but when are you booking us to go on Disney cruise?
Let me just.
Oh, here we go. Here's the wallet.
For those listening, I got my wallet out and I'm shaking it, and I don't. Oh, there's no money coming out. Oh,
Wait,
Jack, I'm sorry.
I've got my joggers on, right? Here we go. I'm trying to do the pockets.
Do you
I've
see
got
the moths? Do you see the moths coming out? But no, yeah, it was another fantastic episode, another fantastic guest, and there's another fantastic guest coming next week.
Oh, this guest next week is someone we are both very, very, very close to.
They're so special.
You're gonna know who it is when we say it. Like,
yeah, we can't you can't say much without saying who it is.
The only thing I will say is that this person will be a massive, massive, massive fan of what Joe is wearing right now.
He will be.
Oh, you've already said he.
She will be. Ooh, who is it now? No, but yeah, they definitely will be, and it's gonna be another great chat. I believe we're diving into some UK Universal stuff on that episode, so stay tuned for that. But for now, everybody, we will bid you adieu. Have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you're up to. If you're just coming home from work or just starting off the day, have a great one, and we'll speak to you very soon.
See you later.
See you soon. Bye.